So, hey everybody, welcome to Soul TV. This is Terrah Bennett Smith, and today's casual day because guess what? I am going hiking, and I am going out in this beautiful weather in March. Now, that's the wonderful thing about living in California is that the weather is always, usually nice. I'm not going to say always, but you can hike pretty much any time of year, and it's good to stay in shape. And today, I'm going hiking with none other than Tico Wells. Now, you will remember Tico from the Five Heartbeats. He played Choir Boy. Well, today he's going to kind of take us and talk a little bit about what he's been up to, you know, career-wise, life-wise. He's a wellness coach. Take a look.
Is a house for love. I've learned that it don't take much to break a heart. Is a house for love. I've learned that it don't take much to be.
Hey, come join me. Put on your tennis shoes. Come hike with us. So he's talking about me right
See
now.
Saddle Peak over there. You know you're right here, going that way.
I didn't
You
say
sit on your
anything
right,
about
it's that
directions
way.
today, but
If
it's
you
okay.
sit on your left, you're going this way. Yeah, if we do that hill, that covers the whole walk. Everything else is gravy. After that, you know, something's funny. Like when the camera comes on, it makes people do different things.
So Tico, tell me, Five Heartbeats. When we hike, people will stop and go, "Choir Boy." Tell me how you got started with the Five Heartbeats.
Well, I auditioned in New York for Robert Townsend. We did some improvisation. I was doing a play at the time at Crossroads Theater called Spunk. And so they let me go ahead of everybody. Went in there. We did different characters. I didn't know any of the characters. I didn't know the script. He didn't have a script at the time. He didn't give me one. I didn't know what I was auditioning for, other than it was a singing group. And so we did, we did a little singing and dancing and improvising on the scene, and went through all the different characters: Eddie, Dresser, JT, everybody but Duck. After the audition, he just turned around to the casting director, Jackie Brown, and said, put him down for Choir Boy. He'd be good for Choir Boy. I didn't know what Choir Boy was. I figured he came from the church, but I didn't have a script, no script. And then the weird thing was that after the audition, for several months later, people were on the street saying, "Congratulations, I heard you got that movie with Robert Townsend." It's like, what? So it was quite a while before I actually got the role. I had gone down to Atlanta from New York to do Fences, and I was just waiting. Matter of fact, I turned down another movie because I didn't want anything to interfere with this. I was like, this is my joint right here. I want to do it.
What's that like, that experience working with Robert Townsend and all the five gentlemen?
Beautiful. Just a bunch of beautiful black people working together, loving each other, trying to make a classic. Because Robert had enticed all of us into the idea that we were making a classic. And we bought into it.
What was it like when the first person ever recognized you on the streets?
I remember being in Virginia one time, in my mother's hometown, Petersburg, Virginia. And I remember being in a grocery store and somebody came up and said, "Oh man, I loved you in the Five Heartbeats." And it was one of the first times that my mother saw somebody come up to me, and it was a thrill for her. She was tripping out like, "That's my boy, y'all. Really? Like, really? Look at this. Isn't this something else? They know you." Bless her heart. Rest in peace.
And how did you feel about it?
It's a weird thing. It's something that you dream of because it seems like it's a wonderful thing. But fame is not all that it's cracked up to be. You lose some privacy. You lose some. Sometimes you can lose some of yourself if you're not careful. You have to keep reminding yourself that people have a perception about what celebrity is, and it's totally made up. from Hollywood and what people think they're supposed to be and how they think they're supposed to act.
So now you have a documentary that you're directing.
Yes, I am affiliated with the group called First Generation College Bound, and the president is Joe Fisher. I've known him since I was in 10th grade. He used to be my next door neighbor. And for the last 34 years, he's supported and ushered and given kids access to college with little to no debt when they finish, mostly through grants. So this is a documentary about where this organization is and where they've come from, and putting something positive out in the world.
Before we go, tell us about Make Peace U.
Make Peace U came out of a project from a class I was in studying at Landmark Education. There's a place called Landmark Education. And it was an advanced course, and we had to do a community project. And my project was to create a YouTube channel and call it Make Peace U, with the letter U. And I just asked people, how do we create peace?
Well, that's it for today. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Got me a smoothie now. And I'm going to say thank you to Tico Wells. I want to say thank you to you for tuning in. And I will see you all next time on Soul TV with Terrah Bennett Smith. And make sure you be bigger, badder, bolder, better. Follow myself. Follow Tico on YouTube. And